Hello Capricorn. Welcome to your April 2019 overview reading. This is good for you if you're a sun, moon, or rising Capricorn. And while I pull these oracle cards, go ahead and pay attention to anything that's coming up in your body. Notice anything that you're looking for today. Like if there's specific information that you want, go ahead and set your intention now. Okay, so I am going to lay out this spread and then we will get into it. Okay, I am going to start with a mindfulness card, so I hope you guys enjoy these. I'm getting rest and balance for you, so this one wants to come up. There is no control. Much of the conflict we face in our day-to-day lives is related to our desire to always be in control. What would it be like to relax our need to be in charge of what happens to us and other people? The world continues doing what it does, whether we get involved or not. Consider your own body. So much just happens without you doing anything at all. Your heart pumps, your digestive system digests, and your mind remembers to come back to the present when it has become distracted. Really focus on being present this month. That is big with this card. So just notice that if you're struggling with anything like that, just notice it and try to shift your energy. That's the value of a meditation practice. So consider that and see what animal is coming up today. Hummingbird. So lots of energy. That, you know, think about the speed that hummingbirds can reach. So for me, I'm just getting that this is going to be a huge pickup in energy. I think you're going to see a big improvement, especially if you're in the northern hemisphere and you've been dealing with any struggles regarding winter time and not having access to a lot of vitamin D or sunshine. You're going to see that pick up a lot in April. And this is also on an emotional level as well. I see a lot of emotional energy, just you being more available, accessible, and there's a lot of play that's involved with this card as well. So that would also be a great way to get your energy up. Then we have archetype. Call forth ancient imagery, wear a divinely appointed mask, explore your personal myths. That includes limiting beliefs. Do you have anything where you say always and never? Do you have any extreme statements like that? Anything that you're getting really locked into? This is a good time to explore that and try to find information that supports the opposite. The central energy for you is the Tower. Okay, so break down, break through. Crossing energy is the Four of Wands. So it looks like there is a lot of comfort and stability that's coming through as a result, but I think the means in which you're getting that comfort and stability might be a bit rocky. So the Tower is kind of the means to getting to the Four of Wands. Whether that be in a relationship, in health matters, in professional circumstances, it's all about needing to create that space and having things cleared out so that you have the space to call in whatever it is that you're manifesting. That's what the archetype card is about, is you want to figure out what type of energy are you working with, right? What is it that you're calling in? What experience is that? And you might find that there's a lot of things that are cluttering that for you right now. And if you have a lot of clutter, it's hard to access all the things that you want. And that's what the Tower is for. It clears out all of the stuff that isn't serving you. That way you can actually put yourself in a good position. Now, what's shifting out? We have the High Priestess. I'm going to clarify this. Ace of Cups. Okay, so maybe you were kind of riding the waves of some emotional processing that you were doing. This is such a Pisces season set of cards. So you might find that that sensitivity is actually shifting out and you are able to be more grounded. But I think the High Priestess and the Ace of Cups is what woke you up to the things that aren't working. And that's where the Tower steps in and helps you clear everything out. So the High Priestess is really clear on what it is that is best, right, and true for her, what it is that she needs, wants, and desires, and is able to download that necessary information and being able to see beyond just the material world. And so it seemed like you probably had a whole bunch of downloads, and now things are really going to start clicking into place. Now, the oncoming energy is the Ace of Swords. New ideas, inspiration, a lot of mental energy, and I think you have there's going to be a lot of opportunity to pursue new things and reallocate your energy. That seems like what you're doing at this time, and we all have those months where we need to clear house, we need to declutter, and then on top of that we need to kind of focus our energy into new piles, reallocate where it's going, what we're giving it to, do some revising along with that, or maybe, you know, there could even be a little bit of a mourning period, a grief period with the Tower if something major is leaving or anything like that. But the Ace of Swords, like that inspiration, that aha, like, oh, I can construct it in the astral first. And that's really important, because remember that the things that you're experiencing are of your creation. And it's like, of course, there's always but why do bad things happen to me? I'm not going into that right now. But just take some of that power back when it comes to where your energy is going and how that is what helps you manifest. And then the outward manifestation, we have the Moon. So a lot of uncertainty. I think there's some confusion that's going along with this Tower and Four of Wands. That completely makes sense, because when you're in the middle of a Tower experience, you kind of feel like you're completely uncertain of the future in any capacity. Like a lot of the times it can make you feel like you're blind, or you can't see that light at the end of the tunnel. And so that's where you have to be really comfortable with the Moon. You have to be comfortable with that unknown, because the reality is you're not going to be able to see exactly where you're going to land. You just have to trust that there is a net available to you. In the subconscious, we have the Five of Coins. I'm going to clarify this one as well, because this is some major moodiness happening down here with this Five of Coins. Yeah, death. Okay, so this is that belief system. Explore your personal myths. That's coming up, because a lot of your personal myths are going to be coming up this month, and they're going to be showing themselves, and your job is to find new evidence, create new experience, find a way to navigate that and to challenge yourself so that you don't just seek out things that confirm your belief system. You want to avoid that confirmation bias as much as humanly possible. And it can be really tough to do. It's just that you want to try to make that happen however possible. Now, in the advice position, I have the King of Coins. This is your card. It's like that mastery over the material. And what's really great about that is it seems like you always have access to that stability, which you might not actually be feeling this month. So remember that the best way to combat this is to get back to your roots. Like, do some meditating, do some grounding, get some movement in, do things that help support you in feeling like yourself. Because we all have those activities, whatever they might be. Some people like to lean on relaxation. Some people like to lean on play. Some people need to process with a friend. Some people need to go outside and go for a 5-mile run. I mean, whatever means necessary for you to get back to this King of Coins, like go through and curate a list of what it is that helps you feel grounded, like you're in your body, you're fully present, and that's going to be your best asset this month. External influences, the sun. Beautiful. So we go back to play. I think that finding play and recreation this month in any way is going to help loosen things up a little bit and prevent them from feeling so serious. Like, engage in any type of comedy that you like, or any type of excursions that are fun for you. Any activities that bring that levity, that hummingbird energy into your life is also going to be super accessible to you. So like I said, with the things that ground you, it also looks like there's a whole bunch of things in the external that are like, hey, pay attention to me, grab onto this tool that you have. And more than likely, it's going to be something that isn't strictly work oriented. Or because the sun is about that jovial, childlike play. And so that's what you have coming up here as just being accessible. So try to tap into that, or grab onto that rather, if you're feeling, if you have anything going on, if you're trying to ground yourself, if you're trying to manifest, if you're experiencing resistance, frustration, grief, anything like that, you're going to want to grab onto this. And then hopes and fears, we have the King of Wands. Wanting to maintain that energy and also feeling perhaps a bit burnt out. Perhaps this is something that you may have been running too much fire, or like trying to override a natural process that you need to go through in your own way. Because sometimes if your body needs something and you deny it and you go with what you think you should be doing, it creates more friction and resistance. So I see this as being both. Some of you are going to see that major pickup in energy, but if you're not paying close attention to your body, it might lean the other way where you burn out further. So try to create pockets of time when you can separate yourself from any stresses that you have coming up, or any stressors that you have coming up. Compartmentalizing that is going to be helpful, because the boundaries can actually help you take a true break or a true rest, and ultimately recharge. So that's what I'm just getting, that there's, as far as it being in the hopes and fears position, it just looks like there's awareness around what it is that your body is going through. Okay, and then the outcome of the month, Two of Cups. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Connection, intimacy, all good things. The Two of Cups is just about kind of having that counterpart, being able to enjoy yourself, sharing company and joy with other people. Again, we go back to the sun and the Four of Wands and the hummingbird. You know, these are all playing together, including the Two of Cups, because it's about stimulating all of those things that make you feel really supported and loved, and like you're finding flecks of joy in this process, in this experience, whatever that looks like. So overall, it's kind of like just coping this month in ways that are actually supportive to you, rather than frustrating or creating more problems than solutions. You know, that's why you want to watch out if you're kind of like teetering on burnout. If you can see that coming, you're going to want to nip that as soon as possible. All right, let's get into the timeline. First, second, third, and fourth quarter of April. They're about a week-ish, but not really. So let's go ahead and get started with where you start off the month of April. Two of Coins, decision making. Remember that everything comes back down to your decisions. Like, what are you choosing in this moment? How is it a reflection of you? How is it in alignment with you? How is it working for you? How is it supporting you? Consider your decisions carefully, especially at the beginning of the month. You might want to just power through when you might actually need something different. I don't know what that's going to look like for you. Everyone's, has their own unique style and flavor. So the Two of Coins is just encouraging you to kind of use that to whatever it is that you need. And then second quarter, Six of Coins, reciprocity, give and take, very similar to the Two of Cups energy in the sense that it's really about balanced interactions, balanced experiences, and any type of conflict that you're having about reciprocity, it would be wise to address that during the second quarter. This is where it would be really good if maybe you've been having bad boundaries with somebody, or somebody has been having bad boundaries with you. This is the time to have that conversation about that. And then quarter three, we have the Two of Cups showing up again. We go back to that connection. I'm getting that this reading is really highlighting the fact that you can't do this alone. It really does take a village. We're social animals, we're social creatures, and whether this be romantic or not, at the end of the day, I think connection is medicine for you. And the more you can tap into that, the more supported you're going to feel. So wherever you can find connection, it could be an online community where you feel a connection. It could be, a practitioner. It could be a friend. It could be family. It could be going to church. Whatever it is that you need to do in order to utilize this energy. And especially if it's making an appearance, because you have the sun here in the external influences. When connection presents itself, I recommend that you jump on it. Really take advantage of that. Okay, and then wrapping up the month of April. Ace of Wands. Finally getting your energy back. If you're being mindful. If you're not being mindful, you're not going to be able to get the benefits of the Ace of Wands. That's kind of what sucks, is it's conditional on how closely you're paying attention to your body. And, because it's like you can't burn the candle at both ends forever. Can't be done. So this is really inviting you to pay attention to what amplifies your personal levels of energy and access that, utilize that, and from that point you're going to be able to get your mojo back. So let's do a 3-card pick. This month actually I'm getting looks really healing for you, just because it's funny because you got the there is no control card, but I see you as actually having a lot of control over the way you're able to mitigate any frustrations or uncertainty. It's like you have so many tools this month. I think you just have a stacked arsenal filled with a whole bunch of things that you can utilize to support yourself this month. All right, but let's do this. I don't know if I already mentioned this, but this is an oracle deck. It's not a tarot deck. So just pick a card, any card. And first thing, everything will be okay. Everything will be okay. And if this is not the biggest reminder that everything will be okay, I'm not sure what is. This is like the most straightforward card I've ever seen in my entire life. Really trust that. You have to trust that. I know it can be confusing when you're sitting in your shit, but it will be okay. So if you need to watch just this part 50 times to remind yourself of that, you go ahead and do it if you need to. Also write this down on sticky notes and put it everywhere if you want to. It'll help with your subconscious, I'm telling you. Okay, card number 2, we have Weight of Truth. So I think this is the recognition of the Tower, of things that do need to leave, of anything that is getting cleared out. And that truth and recognition is what can be really cathartic, but it also can be a point of pain. So it's just about honoring both sides of witnessing yourself walking through this world and having the experiences that you're having, but also recognizing how it's working for you. Card number 3, we have body. What's going on with your body? Pay attention to your body, take care of your body, nourish it. You get one vessel. And for those of you that are doing specific work with physical health, physical ailments, you know, it's such a windy road. You know, there's not one path when it comes to physical healing. And so remember that the more in touch you are with your physical body, the more information it's going to give you about your emotional body and about all of the other stuff, and even your spiritual body. Because having the physical experiences that you're having, even things like just little aches and pains or headaches or back pain, anything like that can actually help you figure out what it is that you need to do next. So utilize your body, because there's so much information in that for you. Don't forget that. Don't take it for granted. You cannot separate mind, body, and spirit fully. Well, until you die, then they separate. But for the time being, while you're embodied, they're all wrapped up in each other. So each and every one of them have different information for you. So pay attention. All right, my friends, that is all that I have for you today. I certainly hope you've enjoyed this reading as much as I've enjoyed reading for you. I appreciate you more than you know. And if you would like to work with me one-on-one, you're welcome to check out all of the links in the description box. I have lots of stuff that I offer you guys. If you want to watch the monthly romance readings, those are on Patreon. The link's in the description box. All of the decks that I've used are in the description box as well. And until next time, have a beautiful April, everybody. Good luck with everything, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.